right, it's that time. It's already August. I said I was gonna be early this year, but I'm not. Anyway, it's coming up to be festival time, and I got a couple projects to finish. For one, the wine table that I started last year. The other one's done. It's a little wonky, but it's going as is. And then I've got these boards here that I think I'm gonna make a little LED cross type background thing for. So that's actually some driftwood that my son's friend down there found and kind of cut up for me. He gave me a few pieces of cherry and some other cedar and some other stuff that he had. But these are just small little pieces of driftwood, and I think it'll be perfect for a little rustic cross. They're gonna take a good amount of, I'm not gonna really sand them or anything. I'm just gonna clean them up a little bit. I think they'll look really good as is, all rough and kind of wonky and whatnot. And then just a good amount of poly. I was gonna put some epoxy on them, but I think I'm just gonna kind of soak it really good with some poly to give it a little bit of strength. It is just gonna be a wall art, but we'll see how it goes. So just gotta get them cut down. It should be a simple one-day project, barring drying time. That's the two sides. All right, for the main cross, I think I'm gonna cut it off right here. I really kind of like that. See that right there, that kind of that divot, but you know, actually if I make that the 14 and point that up, I could probably keep that in there. And then that other piece will be right behind it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna keep that and see what it looks like. If not, I'll rethink it, because that's about 7, so that's going to be almost in the middle if I do 14. Not quite. It's going to be on the side. I'm going to think for a minute first before I start cutting. Alrighty, I decided what I'm going to do. So it's going to be a 14 by 24, because I'm going to hopefully get this down to about 2 3/4. So my little calculator sheet I got for my crosses works. So I'm going to cut this off right here, edge, and then go 14 from that, so that I have a little bit of chip out and rustic right here on this piece here. So once I do that, then I will flip it around and give me my 24-inch piece. This one's going to be right at the edge there. That up, darn it. Oh well. Didn't quite. Should have moved it up a little bit, and that would have gave me more of that showing, but it'll be fine. Do it like that, I think. Like that. No, I think I like that. Looks better. Yeah, I think I like that. We'll figure it out when I get in there and start laying it out. Alright, so I've decided what I'm going to do, I think. Right now, tonight, all I'm going to put on is these little braces, which are going to hold these two boards together. Got a little bit of glue on there. I think this is a hardwood. I don't really know what it is. I got it with the Shopsmith and extra wood. So I am going to put a couple of pilot holes through there, just to be sure I don't split it with those trim screws. Guessing that's going to be close enough to the edge, but that should be good. So, exact science here, since it's on the back, I'm going to be against the wall. But I could mark it all out and do all that, but it's just not my way. This is my way. This is the way. Funny. eyeball the center there. Got my 2 marks of where I want it. Needed to go a little bit higher than originally planned. I was going to divide it and go 9 inches up so that it would fall under the main beam of the cross. But since I think I've decided to change it and use this piece that's broken, I had to come up a few more inches for this bottom one here. So but that's just what we're going to do. Flat prepared. I have to be real easy with these boards because they are driftwood, so I don't want to go too aggressive with the screws or they might strip out and come out of the board. So just kind of eyeballing where I want that down here. Make sure it's pressed up against my spacer. On there, top one now. And we should be good for the night. Go in. I was gonna finish, but it's Taco Tuesday, so we went to get tacos, and so I kind of ran out of time. But as long as I can get this on there tonight, I can, finish it up tomorrow probably real quick. Like I said, it's gonna be a quick project, and hopefully it'll turn out like I think it will. I haven't really ever made nothing like this before, but I'm gonna put some LEDs and stuff behind the cross, and this will keep it off the wall enough to kind of show that space. So that should make it look pretty cool. Pop out a little bit. Okay. I think I am going to put some weight on it because this one's got a little bit of a bow to it right there. So I'm going to put some weights on there. And then we'll let that dry till tomorrow. That should be good. Well, that should be dry enough to start working with. I think I can get it all put together today. I got 2 different options here. I'm not really sure which one I'm going to do yet. I should send one to my daughter and let her look and see what she thinks. Okay, let's see what it turned out. I think it should be pretty good. Yeah, that'll be plenty. All right, so we got the base here of that, and then your LED light will go over behind the cross in here. This should keep it off the wall enough to let the light kind of spread out everywhere. I hope. That's my theory. I do kind of like, there we go. So that, and I think it was 9 inches up. I did decide I'm just gonna go on top like this instead of trying to, do my normal like this. On wood, sometimes I'll do a lap joint, put them in there, or on these, I just cut these and then weld them, so they're actually 3 pieces here instead of just 2. So, but I think on this one, I think for the look and the raised and the offset and everything, I want it like that. I think that'll be what I want. So that's how I'm gonna mount those. And I do like this broken one the best. I think that's just the way I'm gonna do it. This one falls about right there and kind of covers up that other piece. And I really like this. Yeah, I really like that. So right now I'm just gonna glue this on and let it dry for 30 minutes or so. I'm gonna put some screws in the back also. But I'm kind of thinking, I want a better contrast. These are a little too close for what I want, so I'm trying to think of leave this one natural or make it darker, or make this one darker. Haven't really decided yet, but one of the two I'm gonna have to kind of do. Okay, I'm just decided I'm just gonna put the poly on there and not any colors and see how it turns out. If I don't like it, I'll give this a light sand and put it on there. But I think there's enough contrast for what I want, especially when I get the poly on there. This will kind of bring out some orange in there, and I'm going to use the clear poly, or the water-based on there, on this one, because it doesn't tend to yellow as much. So that'll keep this mostly natural like it is. And then I'll put the oil, or maybe even some of this Danish oil, and then some poly on there just to make that a little bit darker than it is. And we'll see how it goes. Let's put this on here first. This is kind of going to be a little hard to get it in all these little spots because I want to make sure that everything stays on there. These pieces don't come off. I really probably should use a little bit of epoxy on here is what I probably should do. And just let it drip off, but we're gonna try this. As long as people don't handle it too much, the pieces will stay on. Why don't you get some of this on there, and it should be fine. Well, as you can see, this is coming out pretty dark, and it's probably a 1 to 10, so I have mostly spar varnish and a little bit of this medium dark, but I guess because it's so porous and whatever, it's just soaking it in, and it's getting it kind of dark, so we'll see. And then my water-based poly is pretty thick over here. Hopefully it'll dry a little bit better. And then I think this is my glue over here. I should have let it dry a little longer, but I actually kind of like the whitewashed by accident, so I may take some sandpaper and just kind of hit the high spots and leave it a little bit highlighted like that. We'll see after it dries for a while. It does, it usually gets pretty clear pretty quickly. So I'm thinking that it's a little thick where I was trying to get it in the crevices and stuff. So it may dry pretty white like that, but we'll work with it. It's one of those projects that doesn't really matter. Just keep working at it, get it to where it kind of look you want, and then just leave it alone, because it's not a fine finished piece, right? It's just something that's supposed to look weathered and old and worn and all of that kind of stuff. So okay, so it dried pretty good, even with all that I put on there. It did eventually dry clear. Got one drop of that gray on there, but I'm just gonna leave it. Sometimes I way overthink things and just should leave it like it is. It's kind of like when my wife used to do cakes. We've always said, we see the imperfections. Everybody else is like, wow, that looks really good, So anyway, just leave it alone. Sometimes I get ahead of myself, and sometimes I make it look worse by trying to fix it. So I just am gonna leave this, and since it's all asymmetrical and everything, I'm not going to measure anything. I'm just gonna put it on here and kind of imagine that being on the wall, and it looks pretty good. And then I have these little brackets that I had from the porch screen, a few of those left over, so I'm gonna go on the inside and put those on there to mount it. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, just to make it easier. Now, like that, hold it on there, and let's just see if that's pretty level, so that when you mount it, it'll look right. That looks pretty good right there. Let's see if I can just hold it. That's what we got. Okay. Now how do I get the glue on there without moving it again? That should hold it on there. I think I'll just put a little of this super glue on there. I can hold it up there so I can screw the screws in. I like LEDs. So I need to put these on the back. But yeah, I'm just gonna go test it out with these lights. I don't have Velcro on that one. I should put some Velcro on this one, but I'm not 100%. But I bought a strip light that's gonna go right down in here and have a little cord to come out. But I think to test it, this is what I'm gonna use here. Just to try it out and see how it goes. And then that's it. So anyway, another quick project. This took me a couple days, but really you could do this in a day given drying time, you know, because it really was just like 3 cuts plus my little braces, and then the rest was just staining. So, but yeah, it'll look pretty cool on the wall. I'm gonna go show you that here in a second, and that's it. So anyway, take any ideas and just make your own out of it. This is several wall crosses I looked through and some things that I've made in the past, and I thought, that would be cool. So anyway, as always, get outside, do something. We'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.